you, and on behalf of the council, I welcome all of our participants this evening and guests and interested parties.
Thank you.
If I could ask our clerk to conduct the roll call, please.
Mr. Bruno?
Here.
Mr. Douglas?
Here.
Mr. Duquette is excused. Mr. Irwin?
Here.
Mr. Fabro, our town attorney. Our supervisor, Mr. Randall.
Present, thank you.
Tyler Jarvis, our deputy highway superintendent. Chuck, our dog control officer. Kristen Marino, our recreation director. Michael Farrell, our highway superintendent. Mr. Tatro, our water and sewer superintendent. Mr. Guynup, our code and zoning officer. Our confidential secretary to the board, Pamela Barber. And I think I have every.
Thank you.
And I am Miller, town clerk.
Thank you very much. We'll move on to item 4 on the agenda. I'd ask for a motion approving the minutes for the regular meeting of September 8th.
So moved.
And I was going to say, and likewise, an emergency meeting September 12th.
Just trying to beat the room. So moved.
Thank you. Is there a
Second.
second? Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
All in favor?
So Mel, you did the regular meeting and you did second?
I did.
Okay.
I think he did them both at both meetings. I
Simultaneously.
Yeah,
think he's doing both meetings simultaneously.
so I did. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Minutes are accepted as presented. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Item 5, community input. Do we have anyone this evening
Yes, we
wishing
do.
to speak?
Yep, we have two.
Very nice. First item we have is Mr. John Kelly. Mr. Kelly, I offer you the floor for your comments.
You probably don't want to hear my comments, but it's going to be for another, I found out that it's not this meeting. You have different things assigned for meetings.
For
It's about the budget,
work sessions, yes.
so that's not until the 15th of October.
2nd of October, I think the
2nd of October?
budgets will be on the table for.
So that's when they're going to raise the taxes, or talk about raising the taxes?
That will have some discussion regarding its impact on the tax rate.
So like, who decides that? They have to decide that before the meeting? Or is it too late to talk about it then?
No, the October 2nd is when we present the tentative budget, and that's the way it comes in from the departments and the rest of the town expenses. And at that time, we see the, if you would, the big picture. The board then has a number of meetings subsequent to that are work sessions where it begins to filter out what it can do and what it can't do. And ultimately, we come up with a budget that will be ultimately presented for consideration by the town council for approval. But in the meantime, there's work sessions from the 2nd forward until November 20th, when it has to be accepted by the town board and approved. That's when the real work of the board goes forward.
So the people have to talk about being raised before you make that decision, or do you guys just make the decision?
You certainly should be talking to the town council whenever you have an opportunity, and you don't have to wait until November to do that.
John, just to clarify, for the last 3 or 4 years, we've passed a resolution allowing us to exceed the tax cap if absolutely necessary. In the past, we had not done that, and we did the same thing this year. We're too early in the budget process to know where we stand right now.
So really, I have nothing to say right now because the taxes are the same. But we all know they're gonna go up. But just how much are they gonna go up?
And anytime you'd like, John, you're welcome to stop in the supervisor's office. I'm always happy to sit down with anybody that.
I know that, but I just don't want things to be, certain things gotta go up. It's all I hear about is the water. Well, guess what? They have no idea about water. I hear these people talking all the time about the water bill. All my properties are wells. The last one I did, before Harold went out of business, cost me $12,000. They don't know about water.
Water's
They
expensive.
should be happy they got water to their house.
I agree.
But there's other things that are being spent money on that, keep spending money.
Well, another, I mean, the big ticket item right now is the sewer project. State mandated, no
I know
funds.
that. Sewer's bad, the water's
Typical,
bad.
yeah.
On my street alone, on the talking road, it's all nice people. 6 people have sold their house in the last 2 years. And 5 of the 6 was because of taxes. 1 left for a new job. Another one just sold his house. They're all leaving. They're all older and retired, they're all leaving. They can't take it. Every time you pay school taxes over $5,000 for 1 house. I got 5 properties, I'm getting tired of that.
Yeah, we have no control over school property.
No, I
school
know, but then the
taxes.
town keeps raising them. Before you know it, you got $30,000 a year worth of taxes between the town and the school.
And it's fair to say that regardless of whether it's town or school or even fire department in the town here or water and sewer, every one of those operations has a budget, and every one of them is facing from one year to the next increasing costs that are consistent with cost of living for the most part, but still there are costs that go up. We rarely find an opportunity for costs to still provide the service and yet reduce the cost. But your concerns are certainly well heard.
Cost of materials, cost of equipment, cost of fuel, cost of everything is going up.
Well, I
There's
know.
no way we can keep
I do
the
my
same
own,
budget.
I do my own septic, my own
Yeah,
wells,
there's
my
no-
own road work, I do all my own stuff, so I don't have to worry about somebody complaining about me. But I just want to be paid for somebody else.
Right.
John, I mean, you know, you buy equipment, you know how expensive it is.
I do know, it is expensive.
Take, Mike, let me call you out. Snow plows, a couple of years ago, $250,000.
Snow plows were $257. The one I just priced is $256, but I switched plow gear. But when I'd say at the budget meeting, 3-year, 4-year span, they've increased by $100,000.
We can't work with the same budget when our equipment costs $100,000 more than it did the year before.
So how do you do that then? If he needs snow plows and the water system's shot, that's all I hear is complaining about. And I'm trying to tell him, don't complain, I've spent more on one shot. And my place up there on the Reservoir Road is between the reservoir and the tank.
And
And he told me after I drilled the well that I needed a pump because you don't get enough water pressure. Now you go from the water tank into Peru, you blow the cap right off it. So all them houses down through there got no water pressure. So we all got to drill 300-foot wells and we can see the reservoir. So it's done, it's a done deal, big deal, it's done.
And
I try to take care of my own.
One of the solutions, John, I'd love to be able to bring to Peru would be to increase the size of the customer base that's on the water and sewer systems, because that's another way of flattening out the cost and spreading it a little more equitably. We need to do that. The town of Peru does need to grow, particularly in the area of its water and sewer systems. We've got a small number of users, and yes, every time prices go up, that same small number has to absorb it in terms of increased cost. We hear you.
I know you.
But in order to grow, we gotta spend money, put pipe in the ground and all this other stuff.
I know that too.
It costs money too.
Just how do you...
That's what we
I
have.
guess I got to stop buying property, eh?
Well,
So I got to stop
well,
working.
don't stop doing that, John.
Jesus.
Well, the sewer system alone, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Courtney, we've already asked for them to give us an extension of 1 year, just so we finally meet state standards on
But
this.
who here can do grants? Remember Rodney Brown? He was great for the county, got grants for all kinds of stuff. Does anybody here know how to do grants? So
Our engineers do our grants.
On the sewer section alone, we have got,
Over 11 million.
Over 11 million.
Here's a letter,
11 million.
directions, to libations from your home, okay? When you get a DWI, there you go. Also, with that, there's a AA meetings in Plattsburgh. Have a good time.
Pay 50%, we just don't know yet, the 50% is maybe the difference when we get, and both projects, we got hardship funding, which is 0% interest.
See, I didn't know that.
But John,
That's why, John, it's
Zero
good
percent.
that you come, because, we wish more people would come, and
A
you.
lot of people told me, when you come there, I want to know. Well, right now, I got to tell them we get 50% off and it's 0%.
I
I mean, these are people that I'm friends with, Bob.
It's a
They
great
won't
one.
come over here, but they work one job and they go home. That's it. I'm working 3 jobs, working till dark every night, and they're telling me, well, what are you complaining about? Okay, whatever.
So the wastewater was the same, we had the 50% WIA, we had a couple other smaller WIAs, and we had the hardship funding at 0%.
So we're doing the best we can, you're telling me.
Doing what we can with what we have.
So how do you do that in 1 year? He needs the sewer system fixed. You waited last year, you couldn't do
Well,
it.
the
How's he
point-
gonna get a truck if he's doing the sewer system?
Well, the
two
financing
separate.
on all of these is, they're separate funds, but the financing is spread out generally over 30 years.
Water and sewer is separate from the highway. It's not related anyways.
And
Courtney's
the
hands
other-
are tied with water and sewer. He can only do what he takes in revenue.
So when you vote on the budget, it's for separate departments?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's not all one big
The
deal?
final
Everybody's
budget.
taxes go up $200 a year?
That's correct. If I can get you to stop in one day, we'll sit down and we'll look at the budget the way it is. I'll be happy to do that.
I wish you would though, John, because you know a lot of people and people listen to you, and when they ask you, it's good that you have an answer. See, now you didn't know that. I mean, like within grants, we don't do it in a year. I mean, we've been working with AES for how long to work on these grants?
4 years, I think.
4 years, you know,
Secure all
so.
their funding for the wastewater.
It doesn't make it any easier, John.
No, it
I'll come
doesn't.
over and see you. I took more than 3 minutes. Thanks, everybody. I just-
No,
Thanks,
I'm not trying to
JP.
get excited. I'm just trying to figure this out.
Nope, you're pretty
Well,
vanilla.
the thing
I
is, too,
appreciate
it
it.
affects all of us. I mean,
Right.
it's affecting all of us.
Everybody's paying taxes. like-
Yeah.
I've seen you more riled up than this.
The frustrating
Oh, I
part,
didn't know you don't have to do that in front of people like this.
the frustrating part, John, is that when we have these hearings and these conversations about this, nobody shows up.
You're
You
right.
know?
Well, I got about 13 people, exactly, I wrote down. I'm gonna tell them to come in the meeting on this 14th, that budget meeting, they can hear it then. But I'll come and see you before then, so you can explain it to me, so I can explain to them. Maybe they'll never show up. They like to complain, but they'll never show up.
And I'll be happy to give you a list of all the workshop dates.
This guy did,
I got it right here, I just got it.
So you're ahead of us.
yeah.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
As we said,
Thank you.
we
Thank you, John.
closed up 2 or 3 minutes.
Feel free to leave.
I'd like to ask Mr. Todd Ashline, who requested a moment to discuss, I believe, the upkeep on Liberty Road. Todd, would you like to speak?
Yeah, good evening, thank you. Moved to Peru in 2018 late. Liberty Road was established then. The road was put in. It was put in with regrind. And the road itself is starting to deteriorate pretty heavily, at least on the other end of the road. It's got a bunch of potholes, et cetera, et cetera. And I saw that we spent all kinds of money to pave Telegraph Road. I was just wondering
I gotta learn what's going on.
where we were at with Liberty Road, whether we were or weren't going to pave it or were or weren't going to finish it. That's really why I'm here
I
tonight.
didn't hear what road.
Liberty Road, Mike.
Liberty Road is not in the paving list.
It hasn't been in the paving list for the last
The
6
paving
years.
list now is a 284 agreement between myself and the town board. So the town board has as much say as more say what roads get paved. I did have Telegraph, or Liberty on there, but as of this point, when I did Telegraph, there was a lot of traffic. Telegraph, Liberty, there's one house, soon to be 2. That's not the only one. I got one more, Allen Hill Road with a little short section, no houses. I still would like it blacktop, but you have to warrant where the traffic is.
We rate roads by the condition they're in and the amount of traffic that also goes on the road. Then we determine which roads we're gonna pave the following year.
At least upkeep it then. Come fill the potholes. Come take care
Sure, we
of
can
it.
probably do that.
You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't really care so much, but I mean, I ride a motorcycle, so I mean, you're dodging
Absolutely.
potholes when you go in and out of it.
Nope.
Yes, there is only one house down there, but my tax rate isn't any less because I'm one
Absolutely,
house.
100%.
So, you just need to do something with it.
Can we do it then with a pothole?
We were there today, and I didn't
We'll have to
see
go
any
back down and
potholes,
look.
but not saying we were there to look at where the house is going.
We'll check it out.
And that house, that road is built out of granite, so that's not like it's a big deal.
Right.
It fits.
So we'll look into it? Is that-
Yep. We have tomorrow, if we're not doing other things, I'll run over and look. We'll get some stuff over there tomorrow
Yeah.
weekend.
Appreciate it, thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Todd, very much.
Thank you.
That's, Todd was the last person who signed in, so with that completed, we'll move on to item 6 on the agenda. I ask for a motion placing a resolution on the table for discussion regarding assigning the contract to Luck Brothers for culvert replacement. For the motion, please.
Make the motion.
Second.
Fred, Jim.
A resolution authorizing the award of the Fuller Road Culvert Project contract to Luck Brothers and executing the same between Luck Brothers and the town of Peru. Whereas notice of award has been duly given as required by law for the Fuller Road Culvert Project for the town of Peru as described in the plans and specifications. And whereas the bids are the best and lowest responsible bids for the general contractor contract by Luck Brothers Incorporated for the designated public improvement. Now therefore be resolved by the board of the town of Peru. The supervisor is hereby authorized and directed to execute the general contract for the base bid of $274,650 with Luck Brothers Incorporated. Be resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately.
So roll call vote.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. Duquette is excused. Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
And Mr. Lynch?
Yes, thank you. Moving on to item number 7 on the agenda. I'd ask for a motion placing the resolution on the table for discussion concerning the use of storm drain reserves to pay for an H-33 culvert project. Bill, I believe this culvert project we're talking about here would be Fuller Road.
Right, Mike, Fuller Road, right?
Yeah.
So we have a motion.
I'll make the motion.
Craig, a second.
A resolution authorizing transfer of town highway funds. Whereas in order to meet the financial needs for the management of the town highway capital project accounts, funds need to be transferred from the storm drain reserve account with a current balance of $5,469.91 to the H-33 culvert project capital project account. Whereas the outstanding positive balances in the highway storm drain reserve account are more than adequate to cover the account need of transfers, be resolved that the town board has authorized the aforementioned transfer in the total amount of $2,718.75 for use to fund the culvert project in lieu of borrowing monies for the general fund, and be resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately.
Again, this is a roll call vote.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
And Mr. Randall?
Yes, thank you. On a different note, if I could have a motion, please, to place a resolution approving the appointment of Daniel Hamilton on the Town of Peru Planning Board.
I'll make that motion.
Craig, and second, please.
Second.
Jim?
A resolution approving the appointment of Daniel Hamilton to the Town of Peru Planning Board, whereas at a meeting held on September 10, 2025, the Peru Town Planning Board has recommended that Daniel Hamilton be appointed to fill the Town Planning Board seat of Richard Williams to begin immediately through December 31st, 2031. Now therefore be resolved, the Peru Town Board agrees with the recommendation of the Planning Board and appoints Daniel Hamilton to complete the term of Planning Board member for the rest of Richard Williams' term until December 31st, 2031. Be resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately.
Again, this is a roll call vote.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
Mr. Randall?
Yes.
And Christine, just have him come in and I'll get him sworn in. Okay?
Item 9 is normally a discussion item, and generally we have a report from the engineering firm on the progress over delay issues that we've had at the Telegraph Road culvert replacement. I believe tonight we have not yet received this month CMS report. Mike, you may have some comments, however.
No, wire's been moved, and I would say we're pretty close to going to bid. Mike Rowe was on vacation, I believe, last week
2 weeks.
for 2 weeks, so I would assume when he comes back, we'll go to bid. Obviously, more than likely going to be next year, but at least the ball will be rolling.
Amen to that.
At least the wires got moved, so.
Just like that.
Get a commitment, man.
They were very nice when they called to say it was
Yeah, only
done.
took them
Or
4
deadhead,
years,
I should say, they really didn't get moving at deadhead.
3 years to do a deadhead.
Took the message.
I could have held the project up.
Well, it's held it up all summer.
Yeah.
No further discussion on that topic. We'll move on to item 10. Other items of business that the council itself might wish to raise. Gentlemen,
Oh, sir. Thank you.
I believe we had a request from Apple Valley for the
No. Golden Apple.
Golden Apple, I'm sorry,
Golden apple.
for the
Victor.
use of the basement level floor, I believe one day a month.
1 day a month, probably only 4 or 5 nights out of the week, because they'll be going to different places. And if they could use it for free, that would be even better for them, and probably help a little bit more on their budget, because they've asked for an increase. So,
Using it for what?
just to have, they'll bring their own food in. A lot of times they'll do like a potluck dinner, or bring in pizza and have play board games or whatever. They'll be getting charged if they go over to the Peru Community Church or the VFW, they'll get charged. So
Mine for not charging them. It's a
and
great group.
Apple Valley won't even let them do it at all there, so.
What about opening and closing for them?
I mean, is that gonna be an issue, Dan? Opening?
No, we could either give the president a
I'm trying to
fine
think,
or,
I've seen them together, they had at a picnic and stuff down there. Who's in charge of that now?
I'm sorry?
Who's in charge of that now, do you know?
Mrs. Frenier,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I don't see any problem with that. They put their time in this community. It'd be nice to pay them back a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm good. Any issues with that, in your mind?
Nope.
I'll make a motion to allow them to use the downstairs once a month.
We still appropriate them every year, correctly?
Yeah, not much.
4,500, I believe.
4,500 night, they were asking for a $650 increase. But if we let them use it, that might go down a little bit.
I would say that's 650 off of it.
Well,
That's a lot.
it isn't a 600.
I know.
Free out.
Is it for once a month, did you say?
Once a month, but it won't be every month. Probably 5 to 6 times at the most.
A year?
Because they do go to other restaurants or in the summer.
5 or
that-
6 times a year, you mean, right?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, okay.
They'll go to Osable Point or
Right.
different places.
When the weather permits. Gotcha.
We have a motion on the floor. Is there a second to that motion?
Second.
Jim? Further discussion? If not, we'll call the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion passes.
Excellent. Thank you, Pam.
Okay.
I think, I don't have anything this evening to bring up. I apologize. The agenda is usually full of stuff, and tonight it's pretty light.
Well, it's not a big deal.
Light agenda. I'd like to say it costs us less
We aren't
money.
done, we aren't done with our department heads yet.
And Craig's under. Hey.
No, I
No,
had
not tonight.
I had my tomato sandwich.
Okay.
I'm out of tomatoes, so.
If our council members have concluded their comments, we'll move to the department heads. I'll start with Bob. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Get me out of here early. I got some things I'd like to talk about. John, please get a close-up of this, okay? Thank you. So, I would, Craig, you asked me to conduct, this afternoon, I did leave early, you asked me to conduct an exit interview. And as we read the handbook, it says that the confidential secretary should be here too. So she's here now, so I'm okay with conducting it right now, okay? First thing I'd like to talk about is I filed a harassment charge against Ms. Miller back in July of 2024. I got a letter 7 months later that said that, no, we're okay. 7 months, okay? So what I'm most upset about is the toxic behavior that is still prevalent to this day in this town law. And it stinks. A lot of people in town don't know about it, but it stinks. But they should know about it, okay? And with that, if anyone would like to read the letter and my complaint, it's right here. Diane, I got something for you.
What?
Harassment doesn't mean nothing. Good night.
Great farewell. Not quite the farewell I was hoping you'd give us.
You're right.
Move on, next department.
Move on.
You haven't got that, Tyler?
Tyler?
How do you follow that?
That's a tough act to follow.
Well, I haven't been here in the last 2 meetings because I had other stuff, priorities I had to get done at home, so I'll catch up with some of the truck work that we completed in-house. EGR cooler, that was quite a bit of money. We did it as a team in the garage, saved us a lot of money in labor. So that's a positive. We got the town kind of cleaned up before Apple Fest. We tried to make sure we hit all the guardrails in town, which the guys went non-stop. I even think sometimes they didn't even take their breaks to keep going because we knew Apple Fest was coming. We wanted to look good. They're still cleaning up signs. If it doesn't rain tomorrow, I believe they're going to finish up signs and they're going to hit like the concrete barriers around the culverts that have the yellow chevrons on them. So, because I mean, it's been a couple years since we've done those, so we want to see those and get those fixed up. Other than that, I think mowing is completed. We did 3 to 4 rounds this summer, which pretty good. We don't normally get that many done, so just with all the other work that pulls us up from the weather, and obviously the weather plays a big part too with mowing. Hard to mow the tall grass when it's really wet. Bogs the mower down, so he's had a good summer mowing. Other than that, we're going to the Salt Summit Wednesday. They're actually using some of our guys to explain some more of our success and what we have done, salt reduction, and Lucky Wayne is going to speak for us. They want me to speak, and I said, you know what, I've done it the last couple of years with Mike. I said it's time to get our guys involved, and I asked Wayne today.
Nice.
So tomorrow we will go up, he'll rehearse with another town, some of the stuff that we do through the storm, and then Wednesday it'll be his big day. So I'll make sure to take some pictures and share them with the town board. So
Sounds like the fire truck is turning the parade.
yeah, and honestly, Wayne has come a long ways with the salt reduction, so I think he's the perfect guy for speaking for the town of Peru at this big event, because this event has a lot of people that go to it, pretty much statewide, I guess you could say. So pretty proud of what we have done.
So when you say Salt Summit, it makes me think of a high peak, man. It was like, we guys getting into high peaks or something like that? Gonna get a badge?
Well, Mike got the trophy there a couple of years ago for
Yeah.
what we've, so
Excellent.
unfortunately we already have the trophy, so now we can just talk about the success.
Excellent.
You're going with them, all right?
Yep, I'm going with him, yep.
Good. Well, that's good. He's good.
You can practice all the way down.
He'll be good.
If you could do a rain dance for us, Tyler.
I'll try.
No way, I just want my guys.
Chaka.
Nothing to report. Things are good. Getting calls. Doing what I can.
Ellen?
Well, Apple Fest, we were at Apple Fest this year, and it was fabulous. It's amazing how many people come from out of town. I hope everybody was there. I did not see, but wow. They come all over the county, Vermont. So it's really quite an event for Peru. And thank you, Craig. Craig's speaking at the Battle of Alport Island commemoration on October 11th. Thank you very much for agreeing to do
I
that.
was going up on my history.
Huh?
I was going up on my history a
Yes,
little bit.
well, you know, you'll learn something. Yes, for sure. So, yeah.
Was he there?
October.
No, Jim was, but I didn't know Greg was.
I wasn't gonna say it, you brought it up. Yeah, I brought it up.
Anyway, the town of Peru is big in the battle. Yeah.
Well, it's an honor to be asked, number one, and number two, it's taking place at the Blue Rock, so it puts it right in our own
It's our
township.
territory, so.
Excellent. He's a good representative for the town, too. I'm glad to have him. Thank you, Mr. Randall.
And also, you commented on the Apple Fest. I think it would be appropriate for me as supervisor and leader of this board to compliment the people that volunteered and organized the Apple Fest this year. I think it was one of the biggest attended events that I've seen in the 4 or 5 years that I've lived here, and I've walked a couple of those, the Lions Club, but this was bigger this year.
Yeah, one day they packed it in, and one day very, very well.
Well, and I don't think we recognize the number of days that there's ladies and gentlemen over here in the parking lot next door putting this all together.
Yeah.
It takes several days to get ready for it. So
And
kudos to the people that have
absolutely.
stepped up and supported the community in that manner. Kristen?
So soccer's in full swing. Mini mites started last Saturday. So everybody's good to go. We had to reduce our number of mites. Unfortunately, we had someone who couldn't coach and couldn't find it. So we're down to 8 teams for mites and 8 teams for peewees. So, which makes numbers a little higher. We had to shuffle some jerseys around, had to order a couple more. That's okay, we're getting there. We're now moving on. I just spoke with Amy Marshall, athletic director over at the high school. We're organizing our moving up ceremonies. Moving up ceremonies this year will be a little different because next year we're switching over to grade level, just like the county did this year. So our athletes will be, instead of up to age 12, including by a certain date, now they'll be delineated by 4th, 5th, and 6th grader on this level. You know, this level is this. It will actually help us with some of the smaller issues we have with putting a child on a team, and then all of a sudden he makes the modified team, which is 7th and 8th grade, or she does. And that's fantastic that they do, but unfortunately now all of a sudden they don't want to they don't have the time to play town, which, you know, somebody picked them to be on their team thinking they were going to be like their star. So it's going to help us all the way around. So numbers might be a little up this year for moving up, and we have our coaches who are looking to retire because their children have aged out of the program, so they'll be they'll be there. Yeah, and then our officials, we always get the high school students, either the girls or boys, and we always make sure to recognize what teams they were on and played for here. In fact, some of them have pictures and that. We're also already looking towards our basketball program. Yep, so that meeting's coming up for me as well.
Will you be doing Under the Lights again for the soccer program?
Yes. Tentatively, as of right now, we're looking at a Friday night game, Friday the 17th. We'll figure out logistics. That's also a home game, or not a home game, but an away game in Ausable for our boys football team. And we know how much football is important to Peru. So if we can kind of swing it so there's only a small overlap so people can do both, that would be fantastic. We usually have a food truck there as well to provide that, and we'll see if anybody else in the school would like to provide anything or help out in any way, shape, or form that they can. So, anybody, questions,
I got a
comments?
question.
Sure.
So the kids that the coach didn't coach, what happened to them?
The kids. So they were dispersed throughout the team.
So they
Throughout
got
the, oh yes.
Okay.
No one is ever, you know what, if somebody called right now and said, look, I'd really like to get my kid on a team.
Okay, so they all got a team, they all got to play?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
I do not leave anybody out.
Okay.
I approach coaches
I
as,
misunderstood you there.
nope.
You're not a coach, where do kids go?
I contact the coaches and I divvy them up between teams and I say, okay, now here you have this number of kids and, you know, here's your new contacts for them and so yeah, no, they all play. I can't.
Right.
You know, not with a good conscience tell a kid, okay, I'm sorry, we're 3 weeks into the season, you know. 1 week left, I might consider, hey, would you like to just, you know, come practice with the team or, you know, as a progressive, but otherwise, as long as they're here, they're in Peru and they want to play, let's get them out on the field, let's get them interested, let's get them.
Just so you know, Mr. Kelly was instrumental in building all them dugouts over there.
And you?
I told her that today. I said, see that man sitting right there?
How many years? 15 years we worked over there?
I was gonna say, you know, you can maybe count him in.
The craftsmanship is
Before
amazing.
that
There's,
building was even built to go over there. They got
I
poles and
love
planting trees.
well, thank you everyone, and I'm
Thank you.
actually off to a soccer meeting to go over everything with everybody
Yeah.
else.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Kristen.
Wonderful program.
Have a nice night.
You too.
Courtney.
Me, Masons, Jada has started with the abatement. Hopefully that gets, I'm hoping this week gets wrapped up.
All right.
I haven't been able to catch them out there, so I'm not sure. Pilot project at the water plant's going good. We're 3 weeks down, we got 2 more to go. They are getting good results with the filter they're testing and a couple different chemicals. Wastewater plant's still chugging along fairly good, hoping, they're planning on Thursday this week to pour the foundation walls for the PTA building. The lagoons the backside lagoons all been leveled and knocked down and brought to grade, and they're black dirting that. Gonna do Wednesday, the electricians were gonna shut down and switch over to temporary power because they have to dig out the main electrical bank between 2 of the buildings. So they're gonna switch over to temporary wiring. We did the controls today, the control side for the pumps and stuff. Ended up with an issue having power down when we fired things up. One computer component didn't come back up. It's 40 years old though. So searched around, found a refurbished one today, got that ordered. Hopefully that comes in tomorrow or the next day. We'll get that back up and running for the press. But other than that, we read meters this week. So,
You had an issue on School Street, you'd rather handle it.
oh yeah, we had a resident with a sewer issue with a sewer line ran down the road. So we were able to get that dug up. Came across an abandoned water line too while we were doing that. We got that all unhooked and
You
put
got
together. Now eventually we'll be.
Pete Hager is coming in to seed at some point.
Yes, I discussed that with the contractors. I'm waiting for the cost estimate on the credit
Are we,
paperwork. But if that all works out, rather than paying the contractor to hydro seed at the wastewater plant, Clinton County Soil and Water can do it for free. That's in the works.
you and I talked before, are we set up to water that and make sure we do what we can to get
If it
that?
rains.
But, I mean,
So
if
then
you
you
want to
gotta-
get to the 80%, we've
Yeah.
got to take care of it, so.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta get 80% vegetation for it to be stable.
Mike?
Just continuing on, we got a couple more just right-of-way culverts to put in. And that'll be it for the year. One day this week, I know we're hauling the asphalt for down at Chesterfield, and we're helping town. I'll say we'll put short shoulders on roads they paved. Burnell did call me. They're waiting for an answer from the blacktop plant for Allen Hill and River Road, and that'll be the end of our paving for this year. Tyler about the thing on the salt reduction that we do. That reward is not mine. That's everybody in this community. When we had the meeting with Brandy and Pam, when I come up with this idea, everybody in the board was on board. My hope, and it's still my hope, is not just for town of Peru. I got in this to help other communities can save money. We still get a lot of the old timers in Clinton County fighting it, but we saved $152,000 in 2 years with the salt reduction. I haven't figured this year to take it one step further. Those guys, which I'm proud of, one of our guys is going to speak besides Tyler and I at Salt Summit in Lake George on October 9th. Tyler and I are going to a salt summit actually in the state of Vermont in Stowe. Talked to the city of Burlington again, the city of South Burlington, and a bunch of small towns that are just starting to get in it to help them, which was my whole idea to keep expanding this out because it does helps the environment, saves money on the taxpayer, as Mr. Kelly, has brought up. It's a way to save. It's a culture change, so between town boards, highway superintendents, and actually taxpayers. They're used to the sand. They don't realize what the damage with the sand does. They say to each cars. If you come listen to Tyler and I talk about it, the town, state agencies have always used brine. It just was, salt is absolutely useless without moisture. So when you have the salt and the sand, it gets the moisture, it's brine. It's just a different way. The straight salt is the easiest way to control. So it's something, I'm very proud of, listen to me. But this whole town, town board should be proud for themselves for allowing us to do it. Tyler and I took this by the head and ran with it, and it's obviously working. So once that's done, obviously, I hate to say it, we'll be switching over to winter mode. So we started last year, stopped in the school. We stayed on the 6 to 2:30, about 5 days a week. We had no issues. Other towns were out at night, but with the salt, it keeps on working. If we pre-treat the roads, it lasts. So we were a little worried about the 2:30 with the night buses or the events, but it was good. I did talk to ADK Action. We had, it's got to be 2 or 3 years ago, we got the Lake Champlain Basin grant for 3 tanks, 4 pre-wet systems on the truck to spray the brine right at the spinner. It's something, the truck come in and shut it down, then it started back up, and then it got shut down again. Well, it's on again, but I don't think we're getting the tanks. I think we're getting a couple controllers and the stuff to do the pre-wet in the trucks, but it's not costing us anything. That's stuff we don't have to pay for, so it's a win-win situation. At some point, obviously we would want more tanks because we just cannot. Our goal is to pre-treat every road in town with a brine before the storm, up to 3 days. Well, we just do not have the storage capacity, and we don't have the bodies because when the weather's there's nobody back. I'm plowing the pickup and the rest are in plow truck, so there's nobody to make it if we use it. So, we got to be careful of what we got. But we're doing all the 55-mile-an-hour roads, and that will continue. And we do the main roads going into Peru School with the brine pre-treat, and that'll stay as it is. If we can think the weather looks good and we can, we got a body, we can sneak a couple more roads in, which we'd like to do. We don't have the capacity at this point. So, but that's a kudos actually to all the board members, anybody that was in on that to get that.
You've done a lot of work on that.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's nice that you're being respected and recognized for the success that you.
Yeah, and that award we got, that Tyler got, we were the fastest one to ever get it. We got it in 1 year. So, but that's thanks to our friends down at Hague that got us in the right direction, and friends down at Lake George.
You guys were really, though, that was really a program for you guys, and you really did a great job with it.
Thanks, man.
Does anybody, has anybody commented to you? I know in some of the reading I've done and some past experiences I've had where I learned a little bit about salt brine. Is there, in some areas it's being viewed as alleviating some of the problems that groundwater well systems experience with rock salt and
Yeah, it goes back to the culture thing. Some places will use it, say it don't work, but it's just, they don't understand the science. With the straight salt, if you don't follow what they tell you and follow the salt and the recommendations, 2 months salt will actually freeze. It's gotta be used right. That's why we have with the tractors and the trucks. We got the 8 remote cameras. Now I can get up at 2 o'clock in the morning. I can tell you what the weather's doing in Denton Road. Before there was no cell service, it was a 25-minute ride up, and I had to get on the Peru side of the M&M store on the way back where I could even make a phone call if I knew I needed a truck. This is instant, and we got 8 of them. We try to buy 1 or 2 every year, so it's 8. Then it saved 15,000 miles on my truck a winter checking roads, because now I can look at the camera. It's just that much faster when we get people, the employees out. So, but again, it goes back to culture change with a lot of the state agencies continue to be one of the worst ones because they're fighting it. But it's we have Region 7 and Region 1, the Essex County region down there does do it and follows it. This region, for whatever around Plattsburgh, just continues to pour salt on bare roads. It just baffles me to state agencies, they're not all on the same page.
It's time to change culture.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can
Can I backtrack?
you certainly may, sir.
I was able to go up to the Frisbee golf tournament that these guys put on up there, and there was over 40 people playing Frisbee. I bought myself a nice hat. Well, I didn't buy it. I donated some money to get a hat. And the people there were very friendly and very nice, and you guys had it all going on. You did a great job.
That was amazing. Thank you.
You're very good.
And Courtney's his guys, and Pam all helping me, and Mayor, thank you all. Amazing. Amazing, amazing for the
That's
town.
why we came to say thank you.
Yeah, it's gonna be, course is great. People are coming. People are coming there every day and
I
playing.
see cars there all the time.
Putting things, little maps every day, and they're going every day, and it's really gonna be big for the
I
town.
meant to bring the hat in and put it in here because it was really colorful. It was really pretty cool looking hat. Man. So
It's a great time. Thank
Yeah.
you all. And Courtney, thank you and your man. Amazing work.
Thank you and all your volunteers you round up too, because you guys did a lot of brush clearing that we would have never got to.
Well, it's nice to see the property being used by residents of the community, and hopefully it will continue to be as our youth sports program is. This gives other people in the community a different recreational activity that they can do on what's public lands.
Yeah.
they were young and old playing too. Yeah, there was a good mixture.
You had the original PDGA, Professional Disc Golf Association. His name is Flash Kingsley. He's number 21 of the sport. It's up to like 300,000 people now. He was there and he said a few words. And
Nice.
yeah, he's 78 years old out there playing all 18 holes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
As soon as Craig gets his shoulder fixed.
Oh, he's ready. We're going out. Yep.
I'll challenge him.
All right. Don't forget, John's recording that.
Can we bet on it?
Yeah.
Well, they're betting on everything else. Okay.
Thank you guys.
I think that covers the department head comments this evening. I'll move on to item 12 and invite any other members of the audience tonight that want to comment on any of the agenda items that came up during the meeting.
I want to comment on the Apple Fest. I was somewhat involved in it.
Yeah.
Somewhat involved. And I want to thank any of the board members that were in the parade and so on, or went to the Apple Fest, and especially the Youth Commission. I'm sorry that Kristen had to leave, but they are a big part of making that parade colorful, successful, joyful. The kids are absolutely amazing, along with the Peru High School band, of course.
Yeah.
So both of them are a vital part of the parade, as is the fire department. And I didn't get to watch much of the parade this year because of some other things going on. But from what I did see, I thought it was one of the best parades ever.
Definitely. And the fire department has some very high-tech looking vehicles, man. Very cool.
For sure.
Did the band walk faster than usual. Last I saw, somebody from a float had dumped piles of candy all over them.
Really?
So I figured the sugar high got them running.
Well, certainly the collection of beautifully restored vehicles and antique cars was,
Yep.
was an impressive sight to see, as it always is.
I feel
Yeah.
It's nice to see older vehicles that are still appreciated. And still appreciation. They keep growing in value.
Our next goal is trying to make it to 50 years. This was number 47 Applefest, so
wow.
let's hope we can make it to 50.
I think we can. I think Mr. Wookie was pretty happy up there, and I have been watching his band. A long time since we got a band in the parade.
Oh, yeah. I think we're the only school in the county with a marching band, if I'm not
That
mistaken.
was awesome.
It was nice. Very nice.
He was a band.
There's no further public comments this evening. I'll move on to item 15. There's a resolution in front of you for the payment of some bills. I'd ask for a motion putting the resolution on the table.
Second it.
Seconds.
A resolution authorizing the post-audit payment of certain claims, bills, and invoices of the town, whereas the town board has reviewed and audited the following claims, bills, and invoices for services rendered and goods provided to the town in September 2025. From Town of Peru vouchers for July 2025, number 202501346 through and including number 202501404. Abstract dated September 17, 2025, for the dollar amount totaling $1,235,503.03. Of that, $180,11 was wired, credit cards, and prepaid, and $1,216,922.92 is remaining to be paid for September 2025. Whereas the town board finds said claims, bills, and invoices to be acceptable in form or reasonable amount, now therefore be it resolved the payment of the aforementioned claims, bills, and invoices is approved, and the supervisor being hereby is authorized to make such payment, be it further resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately.
It's a roll call vote, please.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
Mr. Randall?
Yes, thank you. Okay. I'd like to call a brief executive session of the board this evening just to address the personnel matter. And I don't expect that there'll be any further board action out of that session.
You sleep in there?
Motion to adjourn to executive.
I'll make Jim second, whatever.
What, now, Jim? Jim Mel?
Hell, Jim.
Jim Mel, I think it was.
Jim Mel. Okay, we're in, all in favor? We're in executive session.